When our loved ones get older and can no longer handle the duties of day-to-day living like cleaning, cooking, and just basic hygiene, oftentimes a senior home care service will step in and help.
They can take the worry off of your mind and really provide a helping hand wherever it's needed. In fact, many times home care workers can be so involved in our aging loved one's life, it's like they become part of the family.
Yeah, so our next guests say they wouldn't have it any other way. Dan and Martha Hinckley are the owners of Angelsnetwork in Salisbury. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having us.
So Angelsnetwork is considered a sitter service for people who need the assistance.
Right.
What made you get started in this industry?
Well, ever since my mother died when I was about 15 years old, I just had a compassion and knew that that was my calling.
Yeah.
And then I loved it. And after raising the children and working with my father as a minister, I knew then that that's what I was supposed to do with my life.
6 children, right?
There was 6 of us, yes. It was.
Wow, what a
And
responsibility.
a lot of prayer and a lot of faith, and my family is still with me today, encouraging me. And that's what it takes.
And this obviously nothing new for you. You also worked in hospice for several years in the
Right.
Smith Island area. Tell us about that.
Well, when I first went to hospice, there wasn't a lot of the nurses or the certified nursing assistants that liked the water. And you know the water around here, if a storm comes up, can get pretty brutal at the time. But they had a boat there that went across every day. I did it for 5 years. And it took the goats and the chickens, and they threw me on the mail boat with the rest of them. And I became very, very, very attached to just about everybody, their accents.
Yeah.
I have a Southern. They had a little bit sharper, but we got along pretty good.
Went well.
They
Went
accepted
well.
you.
They
accepted you right
accepted
away,
me,
yeah.
and that they really did not want anybody over there changing. So
Right.
they watched me with peeking through the curtains
Yeah.
and looking
There
at
she
me
is.
and said, but I knew I was in when one of the watermen came in and said, "Ain't you fair?" I knew I
That
had
was the
made
day.
it, was "Ain't you fair?" So for that time on.
Dan, let me ask you a question. We're already nervous about how well our parents are getting along with their age and everything. We're already nervous about that. We're going to be nervous about having a stranger come into our home. Have you got any suggestions about what we could do to make ourselves feel better about this?
Well, after 13 years of experience in Angelsnetwork, you you go into their homes. You don't try to handle anything over the telephone. You go into their homes, you find out what their needs are. And
So ask people to come in so we can talk to them.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Everybody, everyone in the family, we try to talk to everybody involved.
And speaking of family, you consider your patients family, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yes. Yes, I do. They just being there with them. Some they'll say they have 6 months to live, and I've had them live 2 years.
Oh, my.
And I think it is the singing and the working with them, and that's what makes me a little bit different.
Yeah.
Is I do visit a lot, and I make sure everything's going okay, and that's what the families want.
Feels good to know that you're making a difference.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Oh.
That's wonderful. Dan, thank you so much for coming in this
Thank
afternoon.
you.
Wonderful
Thank you for
having you.
Thank you for having us.
you.
Thank you.